My name is Patrick Mulready. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior at Pinkerton Academy in Derry, New Hampshire, and I'm a hiker. What I'm working on is hiking all of the 4,000 footers in the state of New Hampshire. So the 4,000 footers, as the name suggests, are all the mountains in the state of New Hampshire that are above 4,000 feet and also have 200 feet or more of prominence. So like, if you've got a mountain ridge, the peak needs to stick up from that ridge to 200 feet or more to be considered a 4,000 footer. And there are 48 of these mountains in New Hampshire. If you love hiking and you love, being in the White Mountains, you just naturally kind of get drawn to that goal, I mean, if I'm going out and hiking every weekend, if I want to hike every weekend and, do these big mountains, then after a while, you start to look at that list. I don't really do it obsessively just to check everything off. It's really just because, I enjoy hiking, I enjoy getting out in the mountains, and that's just the best way to sort of guide and, channel that passion. This is the list that you can print out of all the New Hampshire 4,000 footers. And this is just a way to keep track of everything, a way to really visualize your accomplishments. And again, I really love having it right next to my desk. I can look at it, I can reference it easily if I'm planning a hike. The crown jewel of my collection of hiking artifacts is all of these rocks here. Now, I must admit, if you go out with somebody who's very passionate about the wilderness, they'll tell you not to take anything with you, and that's important. But I do bend the rules just a little. I take just one small little stone from each of the peaks of the 4,000 footers that I hike. And each of these rocks just represents, another day, another hike, another peak, another great memory. And I plan to continue, and it's just great being able to, sit here and do work and just look up and remember all the places I've been, and hopefully all the places I'll be. So far, I have climbed 22 out of the 48 4,000 footers, and which means I'm almost halfway there. I want to make, big strides towards completing it this summer. I don't know if I will, because I'll be going off to college out of state. Probably within the next 12 to 18 months, I'll be able to complete this goal, which would be great. I definitely think I've learned a lot about myself through hiking and through pursuing this goal, because you look at yourself in a whole new way, in a whole new perspective, after you do something that is truly challenging and you truly didn't know that you can do before. I mean, I've been in some, really bad conditions before. I've had super steep climbs, I've hiked these tall mountains, and it gives you a sense of inner strength. And even, in other aspects of your life, you can think, well, I mean, if I've hiked Mount Washington, if I've hiked, Mount Jefferson, 60-mile-per-hour winds, choosing a college to go to is nothing. I think hiking is sort of a gateway drug, Once you do one thing, you just start looking to all these other areas and projects and, other places in the country and the world. Like Colorado has big mountains, New Zealand has big mountains. So yeah, you just always want to do more. I would just encourage everybody to get out and to hike and to be out in nature. And I mean, you don't have to hike, the 4,000 footers. You can hike, something short like Mount Temple that we're on now. If you do want to hike the 4,000 footers, you can start small, you can work your way up. But I think it's within everybody's ability and it's within everybody's skill level to go and be outside and challenge themselves in some way. If you're able, if you think you're physically able and you want to, hike the 4,000 footers, hike the 48. It's a beautiful list.